Hey guys, welcome to Running with Curls. I'm Christina, and today we're going to talk through how I color treat my naturally curly hair. So what I do before I color, I always wash my hair and then just let it dry totally naked. So I have nothing in my curls right now. The reason I do this is because one, I can get a lot of product buildup, and then also as a runner, I don't want all of that sweat and grossness on my hair when I'm coloring it. So you can kind of see it's becoming the time for me to color my hair. My grays are starting to shine through. I noticed a couple the other day when I was on a Zoom call with my kids, and I was like, okay, it's time to color my hair. Your teacher needs to not look her age anymore. So I color my hair with Madison Reed hair color. I really like this because it's all natural. It has not affected my curl pattern at all. That was something I was really worried about when I started color treating my hair, was that I didn't want it to mess up my curls. So I've been using Madison Reed for probably about 6 months now. I didn't really color during quarantine because no one was seeing me. So now that we're back at school and our kids are actually coming back in person, I want to fix this up. You can kind of see it's hard over the camera, but my grays are concentrated. I have several, and they're like on the sides of my hair. So right here, and this is kind of where my hair naturally parts. So of course on this natural part is where a lot of my grays are, but I have several right in here and then on this side as well. And then also when I pull my hair up in the back is where I can see them. So definitely not enough to be like super concerning, but for me, it's something that I like to cover up. So I use the color that matches my natural hair color. So this is what comes in my kit. It's the Barletta Brown is the color that I use. It's the dark brown, and it's specifically for like covering grays. So if that's not a concern of yours, they have a ton of other colors, but that's the one I choose, and it lasts really well. It is a permanent hair color, but it is all natural. So that's one of the reasons that I really like it. I also really like this kit because it's not, like, I am not your professional stylist by any means, but it comes with everything you need. So it comes with like the barrier cream and the wipe so that I don't have like, brown all over my forehead when I'm done. It also comes with their shampoo and conditioner, which is color treated or for color treated hair. And it's also sulfate free, which is something with Curly Girl that I try to avoid. So that's really nice. That's one of the reasons that I went with this brand as opposed to like the drugstore brands. Also, it gets delivered to my house, and so that's really nice as well. So what I'm gonna do, the first thing that I do is I put on the barrier cream just to prevent, my skin from turning the same color as my hair. So it's kind of similar to like any sort of like petroleum jelly. It basically just forms a barrier so that wherever you put it, if the dye gets on that, it's not going to stain your skin. Okay, so I've applied the barrier cream so that I don't get color on my skin. I have my gloves and I've mixed up my color. So when I color my curls, of course, I start on my natural part, and I start with all of my roots. So I go through and I work my roots first. This comb is my absolute favorite for at-home color because it has this section here that really helps me separate out my hair. Another reason I really like coloring my hair when it is naked as opposed to having products is it's so much easier to work with. Oh, I hear Sadie. She apparently would like to also color her hair. Not going to happen. But when I have products in my hair, it makes it a lot harder to brush through. And so I just find it easier to kind of manipulate my curls when they're naked. So that is why I choose to wash my hair before I color. So you absolutely do not have to do that. I just really prefer being able to work with that blank slate. And I mean, it's not really gonna affect the way that the color takes on your hair unless you have tons of product buildup. So I mean, if you are someone who uses a significant amount of product, then I would definitely recommend cleansing before you color. But if you just kind of use a normal amount of product, you are fine to color it dirty. It's just my preference to wash. So I do both sides of my hair. Like I said, I start at the roots, and especially this section is where I really focus because that's where the majority of my grays are. So I am going to finish, so I'm gonna flip and I'm gonna work on the other side. Hey, so I've gotten the sides of my hair done, and I wanted to pop on and show you how I color the back when I'm by myself and I don't have someone helping. So I grab my comb and I'm literally just going to bring it across in a straight line, and it pulls up just a little bit of my hair, and then I take the dye and put it right along the roots where I pulled that up, and then just push it up. And then I go back, I grab another little section. So you can see just a small section, and it doesn't have to be like a super straight line. It just helps so that I can section it out and really make sure I get the roots back there too. Especially if you're like me and you're trying to cover up some of those grays and not quite look your age. Okay, so I have covered all of my roots. I've worked in all of the back, and you can see the top, kind of the ends of my curls still need some dye. So I'm not sure if you know, this is the recommended way, but I literally just take the dye, put it in my hands, and just kind of like my products, I just rake it through my hair and get it all the way into the ends of my curls. And then I'm going to wrap it up kind of in a twist and let it sit. And so with this, because I am covering up grays, it recommends that I let it sit for anywhere from 35 to 45 minutes. Sadie is clearly very interested in being in this video today. But I'm gonna let it sit for 45 minutes. So there we go. All of my hair is covered. You can see it's gotten all the way down to the ends. And all I'm gonna do now is take it and I'm gonna kind of pull it into this bun on the top. And then the kit comes with a little cap. And so I'm gonna cover it up and let it sit for 45 minutes. Okay, so I have rinsed out my color and I am super pleased with the results. So my goal with my color is for it to match my natural hair, which it does, and to cover up my grays. And you can't see any of them, so I am super pleased. So that is kind of the way that I color my curls. But after I color, just to kind of help strengthen them, I use the Olaplex number 3 treatment. And so what I do is I basically section out my hair. I use just kind of a wide-toothed comb, and I divide it out into 2 sections, so just divide it in half. And I use about this much on each section. So all I do is just work this into my hair. And then from here, I do twists. And so what that is it's kind of a method of curl training. So I divide this section then into 3 smaller sections. And I just take my curls and twist them together. And then this is how I let my hair sit when it's in the Olaplex treatment. So just 3 big twists on each side, just to kind of reinforce the curls. And then this big back section right here. Going to twist that together as well. And with Olaplex, it is not a deep conditioner. So sometimes people think that the Olaplex number 3 is a deep conditioner. It's actually something that rebuilds your hair. So that's really cool. It actually helps rebuild those protein bonds in your hair. So it strengthens and can actually help fix damaged hair, which is huge. I wish that I had known about this kind of at the beginning of my transition to my natural hair, because my hair was incredibly damaged. So this is a great treatment if you have like heat damage or chemical damage, anything like that. It's a great thing for your hair. So again, I put it on this side as well, and then I just do my 3 twists and let it sit. So you can leave it in for as little as 10 minutes. You can leave it on, honestly, as long as you want. I normally let mine sit for anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, but it is kind of my favorite way to finish up the color treating of my hair, because I feel like it just really helps re-strengthen it. And even though I use all natural hair dye, it's still a good thing to do just to kind of help my curls after they are colored. So yeah, here's my little twists. Gonna let this sit for about 30 minutes.